For Friday the 9th of February. I'm Stephen Ridgway. Fortinet has released patches to deal with a remote code execution flaw in their SSL VPN. These flaws are likely to be exploited or likely to be being exploited at the moment. So have a look at the article. It does go through which versions are affected and what the first fixed version is. CVE we're particularly worried about is CVE 2024-21762, and it's got a severity rating of 9.6. It's an out-of-bounds write vulnerability that allows an unauthenticated attacker to gain remote code execution via maliciously crafted requests, according to the article. Well, yes, I would agree with that. There have been recently some vulnerabilities that have been targeted in Fortinet. Previously, the CVE 2024-23113, which had a criticality rating of 9.8, and there's a couple of mediums recently. Those don't appear to be being exploited in the wild. However, that is only a small amount of breathing space. It doesn't mean you don't need to deal with this. So if you're using Fortinet's SSL VPNs, oh, by the way, if you're not in a position to apply the patch right now, then you need to disable SSL VPN on your FortiOS devices. So it is, either patch or turn it off. LastPass is warning, has warned that a copycat password app was discovered in the Apple App Store. That just goes to show that I know Apple puts a decent amount of effort into maintaining the security and integrity of apps in the App Store. But no matter how hard they or anybody else tries with their own repositories, tries to keep things completely malware free, stuff is going to sneak through. This is a case in point. There's no indications that this particular app is malicious. However, it is not official. So the official official app comes from the official developers. This app comes from a developer known as Parvati Patel, which is the legitimate app is the developer is LogMeIn. Certainly something to be aware of. The app's been taken down as far as I'm aware. However, it goes to show if you're searching for, even for quite well-known apps, make sure that the one that you're being offered by your app store is actually the real app and the one that you were expecting to get, and not somebody's clone of it. So although these things will get taken down as soon as they're identified, in the meantime, we don't know quite what the intentions of the non-legitimate developer was. So even if this app isn't malicious now, that doesn't mean to say that updates in the future couldn't make it malicious. So be aware of that one. If you have in the last few days downloaded the LastPass app from Parvati Patel's development set, then get rid of it. Also on the subject of malicious apps in app stores, there are numerous Vajra Spy Android apps that have recently been discovered in the Google Play Store. There are at least 6: Privy Talk, Meet Me, Let's Chat, Quick Chat, and Rafacat. They are, yes, delivering this particular form of spyware. It is spyware that tracks device activities and has access to stored data and so on and so forth. So if you've downloaded any of those apps, check that if they are the malicious apps, definitely delete them, and then go through the usual stuff around looking for malicious activity in any financial apps, bitcoins, banking, whatever. Also check to make sure that you've reset credentials and so on and so forth, and generally look out for unexpected stuff. And then finally from me today, some news coming out of the US around SIM swap attacks. Now, we're all aware that SIM swap attacks are possible. They do require some dedication on the part of the attacker. However, they do also tend to be targeted at senior or high value targets within an organization. In this particular case, two US insurance companies are warning that something in the region of 66,000 individuals' personal information may have been stolen by hackers who gained access to systems by targeting a senior leader within a banking organization with a SIM swap attack. SIM swap attacks then give you, so where you're using your mobile network and SMS or something along those lines in order to be the second factor of authentication, this then will get those codes sent to a device which has become under the control of an attacker. So the difficulty with trying to stop this stuff is that increasingly the attack involves paying off insiders in the mobile organization in order to enact this. So it doesn't entirely rely on social engineering somebody in your local Vodafone store or whatever it might be. Until the mobile providers come up with a better way to monitor and authenticate these sorts of changes, which at the moment I suspect they've got little commercial pressure to do. The best thing to do is just to keep an eye on your phone. If your phone pops up messages saying, you've been deregistered from your mobile network or whatever it might be, there are little indicators like that something dodgy should be going on. If you see those sorts of things, act on them quickly, because there's a very short window of opportunity between the SIM swap being going live and the attacker, using the new device to compromise or take control of various other accounts. So yeah, not something that most people will be hit by, but people who do get hit by this stuff, the impact can be very high. Well, that is enough for me for this week, in fact. I hope you've had a good first week in February. Hope you have a good weekend, and I will speak to you all